The growing defense relationship between Japan and the Philippines has entered a new phase, shaped by shifting regional dynamics and a clear recognition that air defense will play a central role in future security calculations. As both countries reassess their vulnerabilities and strategic priorities, one system has emerged as an unexpected but highly consequential focus of discussion: Japan's Type 03 medium-range air defense system. For Manila, the interest in this system reflects an urgent need to strengthen coastal protection. For Tokyo, it represents a calibrated step in its broader strategy to contribute to regional stability while expanding its role as a provider of defense capabilities. Understanding why this system matters to both audiences requires examining the strategic environment, the technical advantages of the system, and the political logic behind the collaboration. Air defense has long been one of the most significant gaps in the Philippines' military posture. The country currently lacks a modern medium-range air defense layer, relying mainly on short-range systems and ground-based radars that cannot provide the necessary depth to defend key population centers, military installations, and sea approaches. With growing concerns about unchallenged incursions into the West Philippine Sea, Manila has begun to prioritize capabilities that can protect its airspace and deter potential threats long before they reach Philippine shores. The combination of geography, a scattered archipelago, and rising security pressures creates a strategic environment where air defense modernization is not only desirable, but essential. For many Filipino observers, the question is no longer whether air defense is necessary, but how soon it can be acquired and integrated. Japan's willingness to consider exporting the Type 03 system reflects a substantial shift in its own national security policy. Historically constrained by strict export rules and political sensitivities, Tokyo has gradually adopted a more proactive role in supporting the defense of partner nations, especially those viewed as critical to the stability of maritime trade routes and regional order. The Philippines has become one of these priority partners. For Japanese audiences, the potential transfer of the Type 03 is not interpreted as an act of militarism, but rather as a measured step consistent with Japan's evolving concept of proactive contribution to peace. Many view it as a logical extension of Japan's commitment to ensuring a stable maritime environment, stretching from the East China Sea down to the South China Sea. The technical characteristics of the Type 03 provide another layer of relevance for Filipino viewers. The system is built around an advanced phased array radar, able to track multiple targets simultaneously, including aircraft, unmanned aerial vehicles, and cruise missiles. Its engagement range places it squarely within the category of medium-range air defense, giving it the ability to create protective bubbles over critical coastal regions. The system's missiles are designed for high accuracy and rapid response, while its command and control architecture allows for integration into a wider surveillance and air defense network. For an archipelagic nation such as the Philippines, these attributes carry particular weight. The system can be deployed along coastlines, providing a deterrent presence in areas where the country faces persistent pressure, especially around Luzon and Palawan. Beyond its technical strengths, the Type 03 stands out for its potential to transform the Philippines' coastal defense strategy. With this system, Manila would be able to build a layered defense for the first time, closing gaps that currently expose the country's airspace to unchallenged incursions. The presence of a medium-range shield would force any hostile actor to recalculate the risks of operating near Philippine territory. Even the perception of enhanced defensive capability can drive meaningful changes in regional behavior. Moreover, the system would offer the Philippines a path toward interoperability with its closest security partners. While the United States remains Manila's primary defense ally, the integration of Japanese systems would strengthen trilateral cooperation, especially under frameworks such as the Reciprocal Access Agreement that now enable large-scale joint training activities. The strategic logic of this triangular cooperation resonates with both Japanese and Filipino audiences, though for different reasons. Filipinos see practical benefits, improved protection for towns, cities, ports, and military bases, along with new opportunities for training and modernization. For Japanese viewers, the significance lies in reinforcing a network of partners capable of maintaining a stable maritime environment without relying exclusively on Japan or the United States. This shared logic has helped generate a rare alignment in public attitudes. Surveys and media commentary in Japan show cautious but clear support for assisting the Philippines, grounded in a belief that strengthening Southeast Asian partners contributes directly to Japan's own security. In the Philippines, public sentiment is overwhelmingly favorable, driven by long-standing trust in Japan and a strong desire for credible defensive capabilities. However, expectations must be managed carefully. The acquisition and deployment of an advanced air defense system involves significant costs, long-term maintenance, and complex training requirements. The Philippines would need to invest in the logistics chain, sustainment infrastructure, and personnel expertise necessary to operate the system effectively. Moreover, the introduction of the Type 03 into the region would inevitably generate responses from other actors, requiring Manila to balance deterrence with diplomatic clarity. These challenges do not diminish the value of the system, but underscore the importance of realistic planning and strategic discipline. Looking ahead, the next 5 years could see a deepening of Japan-Philippines defense cooperation built around air defense modernization. If Manila proceeds with acquiring the Type 03, the country would take a major step toward building a credible air defense architecture capable of protecting its coastal approaches and critical infrastructure. Such a move would also enhance the credibility of joint Japan-Philippines-United States training activities, contribute to a more distributed regional defense posture, and signal that Manila is prepared to invest seriously in its long-term security. For Tokyo, supporting this shift would reinforce its emerging identity as a responsible security provider in the Indo-Pacific, aligning national interests with the broader goal of regional stability. In the end, the significance of the Type 03 extends beyond any single system. It symbolizes a maturing strategic partnership between two nations that share not only common challenges, but also a growing sense of mutual trust. For audiences in both Japan and the Philippines, the evolution of this relationship is a reminder that security cooperation is no longer abstract or distant. It is tangible, measurable, and increasingly central to the future of the region.